Wait out, I'm live. Alright, I'm live. Dude. How'd everyone do today? Sorry, I started a little bit later than the stream things said. I was doing the thumbnails for the next few streams.
Clev is so talented. Clev, if you're watching, thank you so much for doing that time lapse for us.
Yeah, it's just really cool how the art really tells a story, right? You've got Kimberly, but then all the legacy characters from Street Fighter. It's just so cool to see. And if you really like that artwork, we are going to post that on our social media channels, so please take a look at that after the show.
And now we have an interview with the voice of Luke from Street Fighter 6, Alex Lee. Alex, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here.
Before we get into talking about Luke, how did you get into voice acting?
I think it was one summer day. I was eating a bowl of noodles, and I thought to myself, voice acting is cool. Maybe I'll try that. That's it.
That's it, just the
That's
noodles.
That's it. That's where it went. Yeah.
Did the noodles also get you to the role of Luke?
Yeah. I showed up to the studio and I went, and they said, "That's the guy."
But no, seriously, how did you get the role of Luke, and how did you approach that whole performance?
When we got the character slides and everything, I read through his description, his likes, his hobbies, and I was like, this guy is kind of like me. Pretty much that role was just me trying to put myself out there and kind of relaxing a little bit. It was actually one of the first roles where I got to play somebody that was just like me.
Luke's had a pretty interesting journey. He started at kind of the tail end of Street Fighter V and now is at the forefront of Street Fighter 6. How did you approach the two performances differently?
For five, they wanted something younger. So Luke had a bit more of an aggressive attitude. He was a lot more arrogant. He was a lot more cocky. And he was just kind of like this random punk that showed up and was like, who wants to fight me? So for six, we definitely kind of like mellowed down. He's got a job now. Wow, amazing. I guess after getting beaten up all those times, he's like, I'm going to lay back a little bit and figure out how to train myself and actually hone my fighting style. I think it's been a really interesting journey to see not only how his characters have like evolved, but also the reception of that change as well.
this is the first Street Fighter game that was recorded in English first, right? And you were one of the first characters to record your lines. What was the experience like, and how did that change things up for you?
For me, this was like a brand new way to do
was
this.
recorded in
Because
English
when
first?
5 is a
Mm.
dub, so we have to match the timing of the Japanese voice line, we have to match the cadence, the tone, and the animation. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that you have to constantly be juggling. But for 6, it was a lot more loose, it was more flow. And for the first time, we got that sweet mouth tech where you can say anything and the characters would, automatically lip sync. So that was really, really cool. And I just
Well,
had a lot
that
more
must
time,
be
a lot more
really helpful.
freedom to deliver lines how I wanted to do it. And also, again, because we were creating this character in the US, I got to put a lot of my ideas in there as well. So that was a much, much different process than 5.
So speaking of you putting yourself into Luke and everything, I see online, we all see online,
Yes.
your advocacy for Luke, the memes, everything, how much you love him. Where does that come from, and what's that whole experience like?
I never thought this day would come where I would get to be in a Street Fighter game. For me, it's more about how this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I just got to make the best of it. So, with my full heart, I just was like, I'm gonna have fun with this character. Actually, some of my posts have even reached a wider global audience.
Yes, they have.
I visited the Capcom Japan office and I met up with Nakayama-san and the whole team over there. And I walked into the studio and they were like, "We've all seen your Twitter." And I'm like, "No,
What happened?
No." And they're like, "No, it's good. We like it. We like it." And they thanked me
Oh
for
my God, that's funny.
promoting the character and just having fun with him. And they wanted to use that energy and put it into how they wrote and how they made the character. And I was really honored by that.
People are playing Street Fighter 6 now. Any favorite lines that you want to?
Ooh.
Oh, let's hear them.
We got a lot of good ones. We got the Sandblast, but we also got the, gotta say, you're pretty photogenic.
That's the one everyone wants to hear.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
one.
the main one.
The Hadouken.
There we go.
That one was fun. There's one where he whiffs his ultimate and he goes, whoa, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So those are all great lines I remember recording, because all the funniest lines, we got them in one take. And then they were like, "That's it, ship it." I'm like, "You sure?" And they're like, "Nope, that was good." And I'm like, "I messed up." And they're like, "You're supposed to mess up." I'm
It's
like,
Luke, right?
"All
He's supposed to mess up. He's got a point like that.
It's true. It's true.
Anything you want to say to the community?
Thank you for your support over the last year. It's been amazing.
That's funny. You're
I've had
supposed to
such a
mess up.
blast with this character, interacting with the community, seeing all the memes online, seeing all the fan art. It's been so much fun. And also, thank you for kicking my butt online. That's awesome too. I love that part. That's so cool. Thanks, guys. No, seriously though, thank you so much.
For everyone else at home, please stick around. We have an interview with localization director Andrew Alfonso that we pre-recorded, and that's coming up right now.
We're going to take you a little bit behind the scenes today, and we've got a special guest to do that for us. We're with Andrew Alfonso, coming to us all the way from Osaka, Japan. He works over at Capcom Japan. So Andrew, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys. I'm localization director at Capcom Japan. I've been at Capcom for 17 years now. It's been quite a while. My first game that I worked on was Mega Man Star Force for the DS. After that, I worked on a bunch of Ace Attorney games, Ace Attorney 3, 4, 5, and Investigations. After that, I worked on the Monster Hunter series for about 10 years. And now I'm back on the Street Fighter series. And yeah, the latest game that I worked on was Street Fighter 6, which was just released.
Just an amazing tenure over at Capcom. But is there one in particular, a project that you've worked on that's really near and dear to your heart?
I would say the number one is usually Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. That was kind of the first game that I really got to work with the dev team very closely, especially the directors Fujioka-san and Takuda-san. Probably number
That's
two
cool.
is
That's
definitely
pretty nice.
Street Fighter 6. Because just working with Nakayama-san and Matsumoto-san has just been an absolute pleasure. Their kind of philosophy on how game development should work has always been very appealing. So I was really happy to have this opportunity to work with them on Street Fighter 6.
Love working with them, and they've been amazing. But before we get into Street Fighter 6, can you tell us a little bit more about localization, the different responsibilities, and what it's all about?
Obviously we do, translation in text, in terms of text and whatnot. But we also handle a lot of the voice direction for our games. On top of that, we also get involved a lot in the motion capture for the games. We also do a lot of stuff just to help the dev teams out in terms of like, diversity and culturalization and stuff like that. I do remember that, Nakayama-san mentioned in an interview last time where we were, he was talking about, Kimberly in Street Fighter 6 and, he had a lot of consultants, working with him to get the design just right. He also talked to Capcom employees, and that's actually, the localization team. He came to us and, asked us for our feedback on
That's
not only
nice.
Kimberly, but also, Lily and also DJ, to make sure that those characters are, in a good spot for fans, and, their designs are not only cool, but also, something that is going to be appealing to a worldwide audience.
Yeah, tell us, how you're involved in the game, how you kind of got started on the project. I know it's probably been a really long road for you, so just tell us about kind of your experience in the development.
Yeah, sure. It's been a very long time. It's been about 3 years, at least for me. I got started off because Nakayama-san asked me if I could help them out with with their prototyping. He wanted to, get me in early because he knows that I was a big fighting game fan. I know a lot of things that we should try to improve for not only just Street Fighter fans, but also for a newer audience that they're trying to, get with Street Fighter 6. He brought me on mainly for that, but also because they were going to be working on this new commentary system that was going to be a first for the series. So they asked me to come on early just to, get that sorted out so that we could have something, very natural for, the English-speaking audience that are going to use this commentary system.
So we're definitely going to hit on the real-time commentary feature later. But before that, what were some of your goals as a localization director for Street Fighter 6, and what do you hope fans come away with in terms of the story, characters, or just anything?
One of the goals that I told the director, Nakayama-san, this game has a huge legacy, long legacy. We need to give it the localization that it actually deserves. We need to make sure that this, people come away with the better understanding of all the characters, and the characters that they already love, they fall in love with them all over again. The other goal that I had was, because I knew that we were going to be working on World Tour mode, we had stuff like the modern controls to appeal to new users. We were trying to aim for a lot of new players to come in, and we had to make this as beginner friendly as possible. We're not going to be throwing a lot of FGC community terms in there. We're going to try to explain things in a very natural but easy to understand way. And also, like a lot of for example, like a lot of the attack names are still in Japanese, and Karen's super art in Street Fighter 5 is just completely in Romaji. They just translated from Japanese to English without actually translating it. So no one actually ever said the name of her, attack. And I said, this is not something that you want. You want something that people can kind of attach to. They get attached to the name. And, especially with this new commentary system, we want people to kind of call out these attack names so that people get, this certain affinity for it, and they start to like get attached to it. And that's kind of like the two basic goals, two high-level goals that I had for this localization.
Tell us a little bit more about the real-time commentary feature.
Nakayama-san, when he approached me about this, I'll admit that I was very against the idea, to be honest with you, because I just heard this and I just thought, no, we can't do it. And it's not because I thought the idea was bad. I just kind of like thought about it for about a couple of seconds, and I thought about the scope of this. I play a lot of sports games, so I know like how they do the commentary in those games, and they always, spouse about, we recorded like 50,000 lines. For Monster Hunter, we only recorded 5,000 lines. So making that huge jump in like line count is just, a huge mountain to scale. So I was kind of taken aback. But, I kind of settled down, and we did go with, the first person we did go with was Vicious. He's just, as a person, he's just super reliable. He's, he has a good attitude about everything. He's very good on the microphone. He's always looking to improve. I kind of made him like, okay, he's all these things because he's kind of like the Ryu of like commentators. And then, if we're going to have a Ryu as a commentator, we need a counterpart. And, there's no better counterpart to Vicious than Tasty C, because they work together on Street Fighter League. they actually work very well together, but they also have their just completely contrasting styles too. Vicious is very much, he sounds very professional, even, when things get very excited in a match. But Tasty does not do that. He just goes nuts, right? And that's one of the things that I really wanted for these two choices.
Yeah, definitely a lot involved in that whole process, especially with the commentary system being a completely new thing for a Street Fighter game. Speaking of new things in Street Fighter 6, I do want to ask you about the World Tour mode and what it's like just helping craft a story mode for a Street Fighter game, and also a story mode where you can create your own character. What was that like? What was the experience like? Is there anything that was really challenging or memorable about the whole experience?
I mean, I think just the main challenging thing was just the scope of the whole mode is just gigantic. It's like a whole other game unto itself. Like in terms of just like how much we had to translate and record, this is actually bigger than a typical Monster Hunter game by a good margin. So it was very big in scope. One of the things that was really a pleasure to hear was that the main scenario writer was actually the creator of the Breath of Fire series. He's also worked on Dragon's Dogma as well. So we kind of had this confidence that okay, this story is going to be good. It's going to be solid. We're going to have this good solid base to work on. I think the one challenge was having to characterize so many new characters, returning characters, and so you don't really know how they're supposed to talk. In terms of like fully fleshed out characters, so we kind of had to conceptualize that like on a basic level to make sure that we're getting something that's different from all the other characters, but also really interesting at the same time.
It's always incredible just hearing like all the behind the scenes stuff about World Tour, and we've talked a lot about this, but like some of my favorite things that you guys did was the way like Ryu texts you. Amazing, hilarious, but also just like the tiny things, how like Li Fen says like Jie to like Chun Li, just to keep that culture in there. It's fantastic. So thank you so much for like having so much of a detail-oriented approach to World Tour.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. This was awesome just to be able to hear about all this behind-the-scenes stuff in developing the game. Any closing comments for the Street Fighter and the Capcom fans out there that are getting ready for the showcase happening?
Yeah, I mean, Street Fighter 6 is out there. It's been released. We're still working on the game as always. I do want to hear, if anyone has any opinions about how the writing is and how the voices are. I've always been keeping track of that.
And again, Andrew, thanks for joining us, and to everybody for watching.
All right, that's going to do it for our pre-show. Thanks to everybody for joining us, and thanks to our guests, Alex, Andrew, and Clev, for joining us for all these segments. It was really great to talk to everybody and show off your content. We do want to mention there is going to be a post-show, so please stick around for that after the main show, but we're getting close. Andy, any parting words that you want to say?
Yeah, if you guys have been paying attention, we've been wearing these Capcom hoodies. If you guys want one yourself, go to the Capcom Amazon store. So with that, we'll see you guys later.
Later. Alright, so what are you all looking forward to seeing? I'm just wondering about its primal stuff. I think its primal might be showing up on here. I just want to know what they're gonna show on that. That's a Capcom Showcase. Wait, so this is Pokemon Go, but Monster Hunter Vision Pokemon Go. You know how I'm gonna know what's going on there. If it's still being a thing, I don't know. Monster Hunter now.
Like I told you, I'm gonna get you home safe. Okay, it's game time. I'm ready to die, okay? Exalt all! Leon! And let it be so! Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Capcom Showcase. Before we get started, we'd like to share that June 11th, 2023 marked Capcom's 40th anniversary. A big thanks to everyone for playing our games. It's thanks to our amazing fans that we can celebrate such a milestone. We look forward to creating many more games in the years to come, and we hope that you'll continue to enjoy them. Now it's time to show off our latest titles at the Capcom Showcase. Stay tuned until the end so you don't miss anything. Let's take a look at this video. Traditional Japanese aesthetics come to life through the power of RE Engine. Experience a unique blend of strategy and action in this epic tale. A beautiful yet unsettling world of mystery awaits in Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. Coming to Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Windows, PlayStation 5, and Steam. Mega Man X Dive Offline is coming to Steam, iOS, and Android. The Deep Log, which holds collected memories of the Mega Man X series, is under attack. Dive into cyberspace using hunter programs to recover data before it's too late. Play as Mega Man X and other characters from the Mega Man franchise, including characters that haven't been playable before.
There you go.
Level up your favorite characters and equipment to create a powerful hunter. Power up your weapons and more to customize your character however you want. Mega Man X Dive Offline. Control and develop over 100 different characters. Play as a variety of characters, including new heroes created for Mega Man X Dive. Complete stages and use element medals to recover memory pieces. Then analyze recovered memories to unlock characters. There are more than 900 stages to play. Challenging mechanics and enemies await on classic and new stages. You're bound to clash with familiar bosses from the past. Build the ultimate hunter and save the deep log from total destruction.
I want this the mobile game.
Mega Man X Dive Offline launches in 2023.
Knew it. I knew it was a mobile game.
Now, here's the Capcom Spotlight Corner.
A new era of fighting games is upon us. Street Fighter VI launched on June 2nd. It's already received an enthusiastic welcome from fighting game fans around the world. Street Fighter VI includes World Tour, an expansive single-player story mode. Fighting Ground, the core fighting game experience made even more accessible. And Battle Hub, a social space where players from around the world can compete and hang out. These are the game's 3 main modes. In addition, we're planning to release new fighters and content, so you can enjoy the game for a long time to come. Street Fighter VI is out now for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam. Don't miss it. We also have an announcement for Capcom Pro Tour 2023. This year's Capcom Pro Tour will feature Street Fighter VI, the newest entry in the series. Players from around the world will compete in regional matches and battle to be this year's champion. To celebrate the launch of Street Fighter VI, this year we have our largest prize pool ever. The total prize pool for Capcom Pro Tour is over $2 million, with $1 million going to first place. Capcom Pro Tour 2023 will feature 3 types of tournaments: online premieres, offline premieres, and World Warrior. The winners of each tournament will advance to the World Finals at Capcom Cup 10. Stay tuned to see which player will crush the competition and take home this year's championship. Next, we have news about Street Fighter League Pro JP 2023. In Street Fighter League, the world's top players form teams of 4 and compete in official Capcom Team League matches. We have the largest number of teams ever. The opening match will be held on July 7th and will be streamed live on the Capcom Fighters JP channel on YouTube and Twitch. Don't forget about the Street Fighter League World Championship 2023. The US and European leagues will determine the teams that will go on to compete in the World Championship. Get up close and personal with Resident Evil 4 on PlayStation 5. The game's main story will be playable in VR with PlayStation VR 2. Thanks to the power of PlayStation VR 2, you'll be able to experience an even more immersive version of the game. Take aim as you fight to survive. RE4's cutting-edge knife action is a core part of the game, and the PlayStation VR 2 Sense controller makes parrying even more intuitive. Experience extreme survival horror firsthand. Resident Evil 4 VR mode is a free DLC exclusive to PlayStation VR 2.
Now on to the next game in today's lineup.
This game, I feel like I played it before. Something similar to it.
Up you go. Sorry, kiddo. We've still got a ways to go.
Year 2023. Question mark. This reminds me of Vanquish. This reminds me of Vanquish. I want to get to Vanquish too. Oh. Our team is currently working hard to make the best game possible. Alright. Also, this was supposed to be released this year. It was originally released.
It's almost time for Ghost Trick
last year, but then
Here's
they got
latest
pushed
on
back
the
to this year. Then this game delayed again.
Hello everyone, I'm Shu Takumi, the original creator of Ghost Trick. It's almost time for the game's release, and I can't wait for you to play it. But first, let's get started with this. The demo for Ghost Trick is available now for download. The story stars a lonely spirit named Cecil. In the course of solving his own murder, he will meet and change the lives of all sorts of people in all sorts
I've been
of
invaded.
situations.
What?
This
Nothing
may
new.
seem unrelated at first,
What?
but each
Nothing
person
new.
plays a vital role in Cecil's story, and together, their stories will lead him to one ultimate truth. So think of the demo
Don't
as
worry.
a doorway, inviting you
happen.
into a great big mystery.
So,
It's been 30
you want to
years
hear a
since we
story
made the
about
original
something
game.
that happened
Just
like a day or two
Cecil,
ago?
I met many new people, and there
Sure.
were many miracles that occurred during
So I
its
was a
development.
groomsman at a wedding,
I have no doubt
and then
these
at
experiences
that night
are
after
what
the
shaped
wedding,
Ghost Trick
instead of
into
having their
unforgettable
honeymoon, they
games.
took the entire
To the
like
team developing
marriage
and
party
reporting
out,
this
like all the
game,
groomsmen and
all
all
the fans
the
have shown
bridesmaids.
so much love towards it.
And
I'm
we
so
went
grateful to all
back
of
to the
you.
vacation home that we were
I'm
forced to
pleased
stay,
that through
stay
this
at,
labor,
and we
Ghost Trick
decided
will
to
be
drink
available to so many more people
a
around
lot.
the world. Now, to
Oof.
wait for its
I can see the
release.
mistakes already.
And one more
Well,
thing.
the best
I
part
prepped
is
this very,
I
very
had
hard for
like
2 weeks
4
for this
shots of
appearance.
vodka.
So, shopping is Sunday.
I
It will
had
make me very
like
happy if
a few
you could
beers.
speak in Japanese.
I had mimosa, which is a type of I think coconut vodka. It's either coconut vodka or coconut rum. It's coconut something, and I don't really like it. But I had a few shots of that. I think I had like 2. And then I had like 2
From
shots
the
of
creator
rum.
of the Ace Attorney series, Shu
And then
Takumi,
like 2 or
this
3
classic
mixed
mystery
drinks
game
that I
is being
made,
reborn.
and I was fine.
One night,
That's the
a
worst
man
part.
named Cecil loses
What?
both
You
his
were
memory
fine?
and
You were
his
not
life.
drunk and
I
all
was
that?
like,
The powers of
I
the
had like
dead.
a little
He
bit of
tries
vertigo.
to solve the mystery of his own
And
death.
I
The
was
only
like,
clue he has
I
is
was
a
like
red-headed
completely
detective.
aware of
The
everything,
night
and I'm
of
just sitting
mystery
here like,
begins anew.
fuck.
A rookie detective, brimming with a sense of justice.
But the bride, on the other hand, was
She too is
shit-faced.
being
Oh my
targeted.
God.
Cecil witnesses
Doesn't
her
like anything that's not like diabetic
Who
level
was
of
I?
sugar.
Why was I killed?
And he might be my
Who
best
killed
friend, but oh my god, does that piss me off.
And what does it
And-
mean?
What?
that I was
They,
given
they,
the
it's
powers
very
of
the
death?
fact that he didn't like anything that diabetic level of
Use
sugar.
the powers of the dead to
Oh no,
possess
he
and
will
trick
only
items.
drink sweet drinks.
The controls are easy. Connect Cecil's glowing
Like,
blue soul to
motherfucker, you're in the
core of
Marines
objects
and you
to
can't
possess them.
handle a shot of vodka?
Possess the tire. Possess the bowl.
Oh
Possess
wow.
the star ornament.
I mean, granted, the
You
stuff
can
I
then trick
drink,
the
I drink
objects
black
you
spice
possess.
stuff.
Trick the
So
guitar to
my
play
stuff
it.
is a little bit spicier than
What
most
will
people.
happen when you trick the cart?
Well, then people don't drink.
Trick the
More
door to
people
open it.
don't drink rum.
Possessing and tricking objects will let
But
you
yeah,
access new
no,
areas.
and the best part is, the
Cecil can
next
go
morning
back
I didn't
4
have a
minutes
hangover.
before someone's death. What happened before her murder?
Huh?
Those clues are
Granted,
hidden
there
in
is
the
a reason I
past.
didn't have a hangover.
You drank
And-
lots of water?
I didn't-
Follow past events in
No,
real time.
actually, that can
The limit, however,
that can really
is 4
fuck with your
minutes.
body if you drink only water.
Help people avoid near-death
Wanna know what you
predicaments
want to
and
drink?
change their
What?
fates.
Like
Cecil
Gatorade
will
or
face
Powerade.
death in many
Oh.
forms.
I'm good for the electrolytes.
You want the
Changing your
electrolytes.
fates will
Yeah,
change
you want
the
the
story.
electrolytes because they help retain your like
And that
hydration.
story must be linked in some way to the mystery of Sissel's death.
Because your body uses water to
Ghost
filter out
Trip,
that or to
launching on
dilute
June
the alcohol,
30th,
so you either
2023.
so it can either go through your liver or
Demo
go
version available now.
piss it out.
Don't miss the pre-order bonuses.
Apparently, my body is
See
just
the official
adept
website for
at
details.
like handling alcohol. Like that's the most I've ever drinking in, especially in the past like year.
What are
I
you,
think the
Deadpool?
closest I ever.
Now on to the
Huh?
next game.
What
in
are you,
today's lineup.
Deadpool? The fact that you can't get drunk?
Oh no, I can get drunk. It just takes a lot more. There was only one person there who could drink as much as me and still like stay upright. And you want to know who that is?
Who?
My old fucking raid leader. You remember Amit?
I remember the people.
You remember Bravis?
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember Bravis.
Yeah, he's friends with Bravis.
Oh.
But yeah. Oh, and we were drinking the night before too. We didn't have a lot. I had like 2 shots of rum. Or no, I had 2 shots of vodka and then like a beer. No, I had 2 beers. Beers were bitch beers, so yeah, I don't know if you want to count those. Oh, and like half a Corona. Anybody who's listening to this stream, don't drink Corona. That shit actually tastes like piss.
I thought that was Bud Light.
No, Bud Light is piss.
I'm guessing you're speaking from personal experience there.
The first drink I ever had, I had it at like 8 years old, and it was a warm Bud Light.
Of course,
In Ace
we're
My
Attorney,
family deliberately
has
gave
that by
lawyers for the
accident, right?
falsely
A warm
accused.
Bud Light so
Battle
that
for
I wouldn't
justice in the
drink later in
courtroom
life.
and uncover the truth. Now, the 4th, 5th, and 6th
Granted, it was that
mainline Ace
disgusting, and
Attorney
it would have
games
worked
are
on
being
most
brought
people,
together
but considering my
to share the
genetics,
story of Apollo Justice and his allies in the dark age of the law.
I
On Nintendo Switch,
kind of like
PlayStation
genetically
4,
predisposed
Xbox
to
One, Windows,
handle
and
alcohol.
Steam. The colorful characters and courtroom
And
drama of
apparently,
each game have
that's
been relitigated in beautiful
that's the
full
person
HD.
the Irish side.
Available in 7
That's the
languages:
Irish, Scottish, and
Japanese,
German.
English, French, German,
Wow, so you're
Korean,
so
and
you're
traditional and simplified Chinese.
basically
We've also added voice
alcoholic
recordings for the
tolerant
new
on
languages.
steroids.
We're sure there's no
I wouldn't go that
objection
far. I'm
to
more of a
everything
medium
included
weight.
in this collection.
Compared to like
Apollo
some
Justice,
people I know.
Ace Attorney Trilogy is currently in development
But
for
like,
release in early
Here,
2024.
to put it in perspective.
Please look forward to more
If
information
Madam
about this
drank
collection
as
in the
much as
future.
I drank the other day,
She'd
she
be
would
dead.
probably be in the hospital.
Next, we have some Capcom news to share.
Which is funny, because she's Mexican. And they also have a pretty high alcohol
This month
tolerance.
marks Capcom's 40th
Well,
anniversary.
generally speaking, but...
As part of the
You
celebration,
know this is a pretty high tolerance for
we've opened
tequila.
a digital theme park called Capcom Town.
Tequila varies
Take a
so
stroll
much.
through the museum.
It's like
to view
vodka, like
original
I think we were
artwork
drinking
and
like a
other
40%
materials
through.
from various titles on display.
And I refused to dilute it because
You can
I
even
wanted
play a
to
few
get
of
drunk.
Capcom's beloved classics for free.
And so far, you want to know what happened that night?
What?
Head on over to the castle to
Well,
cast your vote in the Capcom
Granted,
elections.
this was after I had all that alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Participants will
I
receive a
started
special
cutting people
reward,
off
so
because they were
don't
starting
miss
to get
out.
too fucked up.
You're
We
what?
can't wait for everyone to
I
enjoy
cut
this
people
attraction,
off from drinking because they were getting too fucked up.
Well, at least you're
Apparently, when I'm
practicing.
drunk and
along
responsible,
with the many other fun
Well, at least you're
experiences
practicing
we've
good
prepared.
bartender etiquette.
I mean, there's 2 other people there who knew how to make drinks. So,
Yeah, at least you
A
were
Capcom
practicing good
ID
bartender
account
etiquette.
is
'Cause
required
didn't
to
you
play
want to become a
Resident
bartender at some
Evil
point?
RE-verse,
I want to
the
get my
new upcoming
bartending
title
license.
Exoprimal, and to use the online features of Street Fighter 6.
Well, same difference.
You can also
You're,
use
at least
this
you're
account
getting
with
a
other
license, so you
Capcom
could
services
go
and
into bartenders
campaigns,
if you wanted to.
such as a
with the
survey
license.
about today's Capcom Showcase.
I mean, you don't have to have the
We'll
license.
release more
but
titles
you have
and
to have the
services
license
compatible with
legally.
Capcom ID soon. Register now for Capcom ID.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna be the designated driver, but we decided to be smart and not drink when
Now
we
for
had
the
to drive.
latest on Exoprimal ahead of next
So we
month's
waited until
launch.
after the wedding to go and get shit faced because there's no alcohol at the wedding.
Hello, everyone. I'm Takudo Hidaoka, the director of
I am very
Exoprime.
surprised because every other
I'm
wedding,
excited
but
to share the latest
now,
Exoprimal news with you all.
they
But
all had
first,
alcohol
let's
at
check
them.
out this video.
At least you all were smart.
Hello? Thought I heard activity on this.
There is a major reason why we didn't have alcohol at the venue.
Basically, the IB's godfather.
And I don't know how much I can really say on that because my family.
I assume.
It wasn't my family. I'll just say that.
Exosuits were developed right here.
So I can't really comment.
It's our only shot. We need access
Yeah.
to the past.
I
is just waiting to be picked up back in
I surprised everybody.
intact and hot off the press.
But the fact you were drunk or the fact you were responsible while drunk?
You can
Oh.
sit down. The whole thing.
The fact that I didn't get drunk with how much I drank, because I drink a lot.
The fuel of the future.
Well, if I'm not, I probably would be surprised too if you weren't drunk.
I mean, I was probably a little drunk. Like, I definitely was past tipsy, but I don't know if
We
it
know
was
why
fucking shit.
dinosaurs bleed black. Lozol. Unrefined Lozol in the blood. A neosaur. I mean, look at this. It's a walking glob of stuff.
God.
I promise you this. We'll find a way out of here.
Dickhead.
All Anchor project files have serial numbers. Look for anything starting with 181. That's the project code for Leviathan's core.
Okay, Doc.
Oh, gentlemen, I didn't get your names.
Also, another
Call us
thing.
The Hammerheads.
People
Well
on the
done.
freeway
You fought desperately
are
and
fucking
survived.
morons.
The perfect exosuit development project is
They
near
really
fruition.
need to learn
Activating massacre
when
module,
to
summoning Neo
when
T-Rex.
to have no
This is all
limits on your
helping to make a better exosuit.
I
in the
guess
middle of a fucking caravan is not when you should do that.
what? Doing what? Going no speed limit?
Yeah, because I was going. Let's just say I was going near the speed limit, not incriminate myself.
The Savage Gauntlet.
Yeah,
And
you can do that after the laws, after the statute of limitation passes.
granted, they can't really. Okay, I did pass a cop and I did almost get pulled over, but he pulled over the guy behind me, who was arguably going faster.
You were lucky that other guy was going faster.
Shut up. Scared the fuck out of me. I pulled over. I think that's why he didn't go after me, because I pulled over, like, immediately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably the reason why. If
Yeah.
you didn't pull over, I'm pretty sure he would have gone
That was a
gone
lot
after
of new
you.
info. Before we dive in, I'd like to
Granted,
give a
I
huge
also
thanks to
pissed
all
off
the players who
people on the freeway
participated in
doing
the
that
open
because
beta
I wasn't
test back in
fully in
March.
the
We were extremely pleased
shoulder.
to have so many
Like, partially in
participants.
the lane.
Plus, you gave us a lot of invaluable feedback. We can't thank you enough.
But
While only portions of the Dino Survival
You know what I mean by
content were
caravan?
made available for the open beta test, today
No.
we'll be introducing more content
there's a giant
included in the
group
full
of
game.
cars that are just, like,
Let's take a look at
like,
what you can
driving in the
expect
same
when
direction,
Exoprimal
essentially.
launches on July 4th.
So basically, like people who are driving to a funeral, then,
Let's start with
like,
the
for
story.
example.
No.
Ace, the game's
No,
protagonist,
that,
is
that's
transported
what
to
an
the year
actual
2040
caravan would be.
and forced to
What I'm referring
participate
to
in a
is, like,
never-ending series
say
of war games.
you're on
The
a
story
one-lane
unfolds
highway,
as you play
now,
through Dino
now you hit,
Survival,
like, you're
the game's
behind a
main
semi-truck
mode. Gathering
now,
intel to
and they're
update
going a
the
little
analysis
slow,
map
and then
unravels the
you're like, oh,
mysteries
nobody's
surrounding
behind me,
parallel
or
worlds
whatever,
and the AI entity
and then
known
you,
as
like, look
Leviathan. At times,
forward,
players
and you
will
look
also
back,
engage
and now
in
there's
special
like
boss
40
battles
cars
as
behind
part of the main
Oh.
story.
Uh,
Dino Survival Mode will
yeah,
also
that's the
change
kind of
as
shit I
the
mean.
story progresses. You'll unlock new missions
You were cutting
with a
off really
variety
bad
of objectives,
during that explanation.
including 10-player co-op, a multitude of dinosaurs to fight, and
Don't
more
worry,
modes.
I'm in the middle.
The
Oh,
game will
fuck
also
nowhere.
feature an assortment of unlockables and challenges. Modules can be used to enhance exosuits and
Sorry,
modify
the
active
warp
skills.
storm is happening.
These modules can be obtained by
The
fulfilling certain
fucking
conditions while you play
astropath
the game.
can't really see through all
You
of
can also
the
personalize your
demons.
appearance with a variety of cosmetics, such as exosuit skins,
What are
weapon
you, in
skins,
Ohio?
decals, and emotes. The game also features a special
You'd be
5-player
surprised how
mission
cursed
that changes
Washington can
weekly.
be.
Compete with squads from around the world for the
Majority of the
fastest
places
completion
don't even have
times, or by
stealth
earning
or-
awards through
Found
achievements,
that out the
like
hall
most
yesterday.
damage block with a tank suit in battle. There are many ways to enjoy
Alright,
the
can you
game,
hear me now?
even after
Yeah, I can hear
completing
you
the
a
main
bit.
story.
Okay, long story
We took
short,
your
you're
feedback
behind a
into
semi
consideration as well.
going.
In the full version of Exoprimal, we plan to implement a mode where victory is determined by completing missions as quickly as possible, instead of direct combat with other players. We hope you look forward to that. Now, let's go over all the new info we just saw in the video. Who was that new face at the beginning? Meet Dr. Signs, the developer of the Exo.
I actually, there's actually gonna be a video coming up
and the head of Anchor
on this
Division,
on the YouTube channel.
IDS's elite research group based on Bikitoa Island. The Stratovator, a space elevator that extends from the Anchor Division research facility into orbit, will also be
And
a
I had a
playable
fun
map.
time making the script for
Incredible
this
battles will unfold while
for that
exofighters
video.
and dinosaurs clash atop this massive space elevator. Players will even encounter dangerous mutations of dinosaurs, known as neosaurs, the most deadly among them being the Neo T-Rex.
Well, at least the Neo
You'll need
T-Rex
to work
around it.
together with your team to stand a chance at taking them down. Oh no, is that a swarm of Neo T-Rexes? What are Leviathan's true intentions? Wait, what's the deal with this new exosuit?
I do. A new one.
While it may look similar to Deadeye, this exosuit is a variant called Deadeye Alpha Burst Fighter. Unlike the default Deadeye, this variant comes equipped with a weapon that can burst fire or be used as a shotgun, allowing exofighters to change their style of play.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to redo the
Exosuit
script for this video.
including
For that
Deadeye
video.
Alpha, will be
Looking
added
forward
to the
for it.
title update following the full version's release. At the end of the video, we revealed Savage Gauntlet, a mode that lets you take on special 5-player missions that change weekly. In this mode, players can enjoy a change of pace from Dino Survival by competing against exofighters from all over the world for the fastest completion time. More info about exosuit variants and Savage Gauntlet will be revealed at the Xbox Games Showcase Extended. Be sure to tune in. And last but not least, we're excited to announce that we'll be holding a second open beta test.
Yes!
This time, we're including additional story-related
Yes, the
missions,
second open beta!
10-player co-op missions, and other adjustments based on everyone's feedback.
I can finally possibly get more footage.
Check out the official website for
Yes.
dates and times.
Oh, I'm still taking part of that open beta.
We hope you're all excited to try out this new content. Players will also receive a new reward for participating. Don't miss out.
Looking forward to that.
We'll continue to make adjustments to Exoprimal, leading up to the game's launch on July 14th. Thank you again for all the feedback. We look forward to seeing you in the second open beta test. That's all we have for you today. See you in the War Games. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Next up is the last title we'll be showing off today.
Oh, man.
Hi everyone, my name is Hideaki Itsuno, and I'm the director of Dragon's Dogma 2. It's been over a year since we celebrated 10 years of Dragon's Dogma, and I can finally give you some more information about the new game. First, let's take a look at the trailer we revealed the other day.
so sorry for the open beta. Hopefully there's no NDA. I'll be right back.
You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames?
You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Of course. That begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen? Empress Nadinia's life is in your hands, Sir Arisen.
Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont!
What did you think? The action RPG game Dragon's Dogma was released in 2012. Now, a decade later, I'm proud to share a look
I'm
at
excited for that
sequel, Dragon's Dogma 2.
Beta.
Today I want to talk about two characteristics that Dragon's Dogma 2 will inherit from its predecessor. First, Dragon's Dogma 2 will be a single-player game, but with pawns at your side, it will feel like co-op. And second, gameplay will feature action role-playing mechanics set in an open-world environment. In the Dragon's Dogma series, you embark on your adventures with pawns, otherworldly beings controlled by AI. Alongside the player-controlled Arisen, you can embark on your journey with a main pawn that can be customized to your liking, as well as up to 2 additional support pawns you can borrow from other players, to form a party of up to 4 characters. Pawns are controlled by the AI and are now capable of even more precise decisions than in the previous title, helping you in the midst of battle. They can also help guide you to new locations, or give you a high five following a successful battle. It really feels like playing in a party with other players. Dragon's Dogma 2 is built with the RE engine, resulting in a dense world woven with high graphical fidelity. You'll enjoy a world roughly 4 times the size of the original Dragon's Dogma, with more to experience than ever before. The characters and monsters that populate the world are given life thanks to the power of AI, and players will feel like they've been reborn in this vibrant fantasy world. You can look forward to a variety of vocations to choose from. Your vocation will shape your Arisen's role throughout the adventure. Will you take on enemies with swords? Magic? It's all up to you. We'll have much more to share in the future, but for now, I want to go over a few sections from the trailer that show what we've improved for Dragon's Dogma 2. This game is designed to enable players to take on situations in their own way. In addition to AI, advanced technology like immersive physics brings pawns, monsters, and NPCs to life. What would happen if you destroyed that bridge, or if you pulled that monster's leg? What other exciting possibilities can you think of? Meet 2 characters pivotal to the story that also appear in the game's key art. Ulrika, a bow wielder with a deep connection to the Arisen, and Nadinia, a high priestess of the Beast Ring, which appear in the series for the first time. What destiny awaits? How will they affect your fate? The intricate relationships and situations you will encounter in the game are sure to keep you on your toes. During your adventure, you will come across familiar monsters from the previous game, as well as new monsters such as Medusa. You can look forward to new player vocations and many new experiences unique to Dragon's Dogma 2. Please stay tuned for more information. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I'm so hyped for that. Guys. Rub it in, that's my boy.
Dragon's Dogma 2 will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam. And now, a quick look at the Capcom 40th Anniversary Sale. Kicking things off, we have well-known titles, such as Dragon's Dogma and the Ace Attorney series. Don't miss this opportunity to pick up a few of Capcom's most influential hits at some great prices. To celebrate, we're also offering a limited-time bundle of some of Capcom's major titles on Steam. That wraps up today's Capcom Showcase. Thank you for watching. We're always working on new games and updates, and we hope you're as excited as we are for Capcom's 40th anniversary. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Capcom Showcase post-show. I'm Andy, I'm
Oh,
on the
this is a
community
different
team
post-show.
at Capcom, and with me today we have Joe, also from the community team, and we have Nico. Nico, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey there, I'm Nico B. I'm a Capcom creator, as well as a creator over on YouTube and Twitch, and I'm really happy to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so we just got done with the Capcom Showcase. What was everyone's favorite part in the chat? Let us know. I think mine has to be Exoprimal. I love changing the rigs. I love just seeing which rig goes into like which situation and everything. And I'm a big dinosaur fan. So how about you, Joe?
Yeah, it's shaping up well. So much good stuff in there. Dragon's Dogma 2 for me. It's been very near dear to my heart. Super excited for it. But yeah, lots of good stuff. How about you, Nico?
Oh, absolutely, it has to be Ace Attorney. I'm so thrilled to see Apollo coming back. He's my boy. Absolutely thrilled to see that collection coming back. And yeah, that sort of leads us actually into what we're gonna be checking out here is actually done by the same creator of Ace Attorney, and that is Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective.
For those of you who don't know, Ghost Trick is coming out on June 30th on PS4, Xbox, Steam, and Switch. It's a puzzle game. A lot of cool puzzles. It's very narrative heavy, and you're basically, Sissel, the main character, is trying to find out what happened to him. Why am I dead is what he basically asks himself. And you got to figure out through different scenarios. It's really cool, and we're actually gonna do something for you right now. Joe, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, so in the showcase, we just announced that the demo for this game is live on all the platforms that Andy mentioned. So we're gonna take you through that demo. There are 2 chapters in this demo. Really from the start of the game, you can get familiar with the characters, the game mechanics, just get a general sense of the vibe of it. And that brings us to what we're doing today, is walking us through it. And you know, we couldn't ask for a better person to join us, and that's Nico. So.
Oh, heck yeah, hopefully I can still remember how to do this. So
let's get into it.
All right, let's check it out.
Maybe we should set the stage for what we're seeing, right? Obviously, we're seeing a Pomeranian right there in the center who, unfortunately, is not moving at all. Very tragic. We've got a strange person that's wandering around this apartment. Just overall, just a really mysterious situation.
And this is how all the scenarios kind of start, pretty much. The one before this, if you do play the demo, Chapter 1 stars Lynn, and you're trying to save her, and now you're in this situation where you're trying to figure out, first, what's going on? Like, what's the scene? What's happening right now? And then you have to go into the puzzles and to figure out why I'm not going to say his name, but why the dog there is on his back.
Yeah, Nico, who are we playing as in this scenario?
So this we're playing as Sissel. And by this point, he's already gotten at least a decent grasp on his Ghost Trick abilities. And he's already averted one fate. And while we're here, we're going to go over here and check on our little friend down here.
Right now, our friend is just a blue flame or blue blob, I guess.
He's not quite sure what their form is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And every ghost that shows up in this game, when you first meet them, they always come out in this form. They essentially have to be reminded about who they are.
They are dead, so you know,
yes,
you're gonna have to figure it out. I would too.
Let's hope we never find that out.
Right. I mean, you're right. Actually, no, I don't want to find that out. So you're talking to who you think is a dog.
Well, you believe to be the dog there. To be fair, this character, no joke, was always my personal favorite when I played this game. Yeah, this the energy of this little dude, this little guy.
There he is.
And I gave him this. Forgive me for this, but there's no time to lose. Miss Camilla, my Miss Camilla's in trouble.
I think that's exactly how he would sound.
Yeah,
actually, if he could talk, that's it right there.
Yeah, he was. He's so funny. Yes, this is Missile, the purebred, pure-blooded Pomeranian. And he makes sure that you know that every time.
Right there.
Yeah,
Right there. I'm a Pomeranian.
I'm a Pomeranian.
Every time we post him on like the socials, everyone's like, Missile!
Yeah, everyone just screams Missile. Yep.
The cool thing about bringing this game back is I'm sure there's going to be a whole new generation of people naming their dogs Missile.
Oh, hopefully.
Yes. There's actually, I believe, also a Missile in Ace Attorney as well. So clearly the team is partial to the name. But yes, this little dog, he shows up quite a few times throughout the game, and he's just your best little buddy.
Yeah, so we're going to let this scenario play out, and this is basically how did Missile die, right?
Essentially.
4 minutes ago, we're going back in time, so let's do it.
So you're basically rewinding back to try and prevent what happened?
Pretty much, yeah. You're trying to go back and see exactly what led to what happened, and then from there, try to undo the events and avert the negative fate.
While working with the dog.
While working with the dog, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Dog is surprisingly sharp in this game, so he does his best, all right? And he definitely loves his owner, Miss Camilla, all right? He's very passionate about keeping her safe at all times.
With this version, there's like updated graphics, updated frame rate. Once Camilla is out there, and it looks so smooth.
Yeah, it does. I can already tell the improved frame rate, and also the portraits look way sharper now. Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
It really feels like a fully realized version of that art style that they're trying to hit. It just looks so clean.
The signature.
I think the other thing about games by Shu Takumi and the team is, even though they're very text heavy, they feel like the dialogue just flows quickly, right?
Yeah,
and it has a lot of
does,
impact.
yeah.
Like you can hear the voices for yourself.
So what's going on right now?
So we got this little girl. She's looking after her doggie. The doggie loves to bark at everything, and anyone who owns a Pomeranian will know this is very true.
Our neighbor here with that big glass.
She's got the big glass.
And you're paying attention to everything that's going on, because it all kind of comes together.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about the scenario too is as you're working through it multiple times, like there's dialogue that you can skip through, or it's just optional if you want that to pop back up for the extra hints.
Yeah, exactly. The nice thing is you will be able to actually like talk with your party essentially, or Sissel will think things to himself, which will help give you a clue in the right direction.
And when you watch these scenes, they're kind of almost, in a way, giving you a hint as to the next scenario, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
There we go.
You see something like that, and you think, that seems interesting. You have an idea, like piece together what it is that the game is expecting you to do in each moment.
It's just a game that you have to focus on every single thing that's happening narratively at first before you actually get into the puzzle element, which I guess is gonna happen after this. But like right now, we're like, oh god, there's a mouse. Yep. What's gonna happen with that? And then how will Missile react to that? And then it moves over to the neighbor. Kind of just have to have everything in your mind all at once to just see what you're gonna do next.
Dun dun dun.
No!
Blue assassin man.
Missile, no! No!
Oh my god. He looks stern. Don't really like it when these jobs outside the original scope crop up.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of feel like he's got this real, I don't know, like intense hitman.
Yeah, I have to put it down as a separate charge. Accounting never likes that. But I guess it can't be helped. Sorry, kid.
He's pointing a gun at the dog.
Nothing personal. Who would do that? Who would do that to a little Pomeranian doggy? Come on.
We don't like that.
We don't like that. No, we gotta change things.
Look at that. I'm dead.
I'm dead. And yet the dog still looks so happy. he's still so full of energy.
Watch his own death.
I know.
Like, welcome.
He can't help but welcome. He can't help it.
Well,
no, this will not stand.
He's a menace.
We will not let this blue man get away with it.
And they're talking about Camilla's headphones, or sorry, Yeah, Camilla's headphones.
Camilla's headphones, yeah.
Red thing.
And they just seem to be like the greatest headphones.
Yeah, apparently.
that ever existed, right?
Amazing noise canceling. So good. She didn't even hear the gunshot.
That's some good noise canceling.
She's still reading her book too.
So, clearly, the first thing we gotta do is try to figure out a way to get those headphones off her head.
Yeah.
All right, trick time.
Yeah, so kind of the core gameplay mechanics, right? You can use the trick ability to manipulate different objects, right?
That's right. So you can, when you get into the game here, if you enter the ghost mode, it actually pauses everything. But in regular form here, it essentially will continue to play like a movie. You also will occasionally get little tips from your pals here, or you'll hear what Sissel's thoughts are to help sort of give you a clear idea of what your like main objective is. And it's good because there definitely are some moments where things are like, we're early on, so a lot of what we're going to be doing here is pretty like, it's, I think, self-explanatory, but they definitely get moments later on where you're definitely going to need maybe a little bit of extra help to sort of get you to where you need to go. But you can mess around with the environment, usually just manipulate it in small ways, like pushing the door here.
Oh no, that's not the tutorial. It was an
umbrella up here.
Yeah, so we hate these headphones, right? We need to get rid of them.
Yeah, so we got to figure out some way to get them down. But yeah, it's like, if we could just knock them right into that little fish tank, that would probably destroy them, I imagine, unless they're like waterproof headphones.
Those do exist.
That's true, those actually do exist.
So we need to get the timing right on this then, right?
Yeah, so you gotta wait for the right moment here. You can also look around the environment here too.
So all this is going to be coming into play a little bit later.
Yeah. But I think I did see a good moment when Camilla was grabbing her headphones, where she sort of seemingly kind of fumbled around a bit. So I think if I just maybe wait a bit. Yeah, there we go.
Into the tank.
Right into the tank.
That was a frame perfect.
Yeah, frame perfect.
How did I manage to do that?
Oh man, just bought those headphones. Those headphones were $1,000.
Oh my god. She's gonna blame Missile.
That's right. Ever the faithful little buddy. But at the very least, we bought ourselves some time, right? At least you'll hear the guy come in. I mean, granted, that's not really gonna solve, you know, her getting kidnapped.
Still a little bit more work to do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have a little bit more. Currently, we don't have really a lot of room to move, but
I'm gonna move for donuts tonight.
So we got. Oh, there we go. And that should roll the donuts over. We actually have a thing we can mess with here.
Yeah. So the donuts are going to be really important, right? I mean,
yeah.
The cart and its placement is really important, and looks like she's kind of picking through that insanely big stack of donuts.
Hopefully she doesn't notice that it moves there. And oh, okay, it's just. I guess there must be a slant in the room there. She just kind of rolls with it, but yeah.
Missile moved it, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if that happened to me. I'd be pretty freaked out.
Yeah,
I would be freaked out too.
I'm like, I wouldn't be staying in the house, for like a week. That happened.
But doing that actually allows us to reach other areas of the room, and we can discover things by interacting with them here. So like, we can do this. Which just further infuriates our neighbor.
Yep.
Oh, we did do something though. We knocked a little thing down. And again, you can sort of like continue to get like updates and hints and ideas from your group here.
That's funny. Missile says, "I'm truly embarrassed by my own behavior."
Yeah. But he's graduated. He's graduated from beyond the balls to barking at people and sounds instead. All right.
Yeah.
So here we can see too that like there are moments where you really do have to time things. Additionally, like the umbrella. So like we need to be able to like get up here, which allows us to get over to this section.
Yeah.
There's also, you can see there's a spot above it too.
Yeah, it looks like you can manipulate that.
Yeah, and that speeds it up a bit. Camilla does not seem to care much about it.
As all this possession happens around her. She's studious. She's reading her book, you know. She's like, I don't want to deal with anything.
My house is possessed.
You know, I don't know if it was the headphones' fault.
Yeah, actually, I think it's the book.
Yeah.
Something's going on with that book.
We can drop this. There's a little music box up there. I can't seem to actually manipulate it anyway, but it's there. It's there for some purpose. We can hop back down here again. I think if we slow down, we can actually hop back down to some of these objects too. So we got a picture here. We can rock a bit. So sometimes you kind of just have to, it's a little bit of trial and error where you got to see like, what specifically can I do with this object? Sometimes you can't do things, like the floor lamp, we can't seem to do anything with.
You just have to figure out with every single thing, like, let's go here.
Yeah.
What around it can I manipulate and see like
Let's
how
see.
how it is going to form the overall puzzle pretty much.
Okay, so by doing that, we flip the ball.
But as Missile told us, he doesn't care about.
He doesn't
the
care
ball.
about the ball, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Too bad he don't care about
if
ball.
we could get,
too bad.
We could actually get the dog underneath the couch in some way, or do something to get the girl underneath the couch to actually like, then she would be sort of out of sight from the guy that breaks in there. So what else have we not messed around with? We got the donuts too. Okay, went over to this side instead. Oh, it's a little, it's a little pink rat this time. There's a male rat that lives on the right, and then a little cute little pink rat lives on the opposite side.
So we see Missile just going ballistic.
Yeah, Missile is over there, and he's barking at it. Doesn't like that rat either. Oh god, I'm about to flick this little rat around. Oh god!
It deserved it.
It deserves it.
Trying to steal that donut.
Also, what is going on with this apartment where they got rats just?
Oh,
yeah, I know, right?
And Camila's like, hey.
Yeah.
I can afford the headphones, but this rat problem, man.
Yeah, apparently not cleaning.
Oh, but this did distract her. She did distract her, and then, just in the nick of time.
It's our boy.
It's our boy. Oh, he's here, huh? He just parks himself right there. Might as well make myself comfortable. Wow, they even have a bowl of donuts just for me.
You want that?
How dare he?
How dare you? And just like that, a fate has been averted.
But that means the dog is still.
She's still curled up in a ball and shaking with fear.
Love your Missile voice.
No, thank you, yes.
But that means the dog's dead.
Honed over
still.
many years.
Oh, it's not dead.
But yes, we did it. And with that, I mean, he lived, and unfortunately, she seems to be keeping Missile from, barking and welcoming the murderous assassin into their apartment.
Hope you did it. You helped Missile out.
We did. We saved
Missile.
him. We saved our little
Missile.
buddy.
That was actually the important part. Camila wasn't, you know.
True, it's true.
You know.
It was really more about the dog.
Yeah. At least to me.
Yeah, it was more about the dog.
The
Yeah.
game's over. We did it.
We did it. We beat it. That's it. The entire demo was actually the entire game. This was it. All right, so this is kind of like where they just powwow at the end.
Yeah. Essentially, sort of explain what his powers are, and because there are specific like uses for it, where you can use it and how you can change and affect the world around you, and that's sort of what sort of pushes the game's narrative. What is your limitations? Like a lot of stuff later on, I remember, is where you really start to mess with the environment in ways that like sort of set us up almost like a Rube Goldberg like contraption that you use to avert characters' fates and essentially get the outcome that you want. It's really clever. It's such a clever system. Really, it's not something I've seen in any other game.
Hopefully they'll beat it again.
I think like a lot of games by Shu Takumi, the way they kind of evolve those core mechanics over time.
He's gonna forget
they get
5
more and
seconds
more
later.
complex, and it gets more challenging too, right? There's just more ways to
Absolutely.
kind of figure it out. Yeah.
And truly, and the thing that I really that always gets me about these games, and I love seeing them, all these characters here now in like beautiful high definition, but it's just the character, the charm that every one of these characters like has in all these scenes. That everyone has like something about them that makes them stand out and makes them unique. So that's something I've just always loved about his and his team's games.
Yeah. And now that we've solved the mystery of Missile's death, I think we can call it there and let people kind of discover the rest for themselves?
I think the entire team is just excited for everyone to check this out. You saw a little bit of the demo here. You can play the demo now, just the first 2 chapters. But it's a upgraded version of the game. There's better frame rate, improved graphics, smoother graphics. There's like newly arranged background music, which we've been listening to. But yeah, comes out on June 30th. PS4, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Hope you guys check it out.
Just super excited for a new generation of players and you know, returning players to come back to this. They get to play on the big screen, or you can play it on your Switch where you can take it on the go. So yeah, just going to be really excited to see some of the reactions to people discovering it for the first time or coming back to it. So
check out this game. This game, there's nothing quite like the experience that you get from this. It's such a charming story full with just such lovable characters. I can guarantee that you will come to the end really enjoying the experience that you had. So, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for having me. I was so glad to join you for this.
Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, before that, if you guys want to pre-order Ghost Trick now, you can get 4 different backgrounds and 2 different background music tracks. I think that's it for us, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed Ghost Trick demo. Download it right now, and we will see you next time.
Okay, so don't worry, I didn't die.
Okay, it's just good. You're alive.
I'm pretty sure. How much blood do you need in the human body to survive?
I don't know.
It's not important. I'll just make more. Yo, people who die of blood loss, just make more blood.
My gosh, man. Well, true, but people lose blood faster than the body can make it sometimes. You know?
That's called a skill issue.
Fair point. But wait, how would it be? You know what? I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna debate that.
You with the drop down.
Oh shit, that's what that button does again. So, quick question. Would you like some Eldritch Horrors? Aw, why? They're fun, I swear.
You may have fun with them because they're having a hard time trying to kill you, but I don't want to be haunted.
Oh, it's far too late for that.
Well, for me being haunted? Yeah, you're right.
You're haunted by your past mistakes. One of them was being friends with me.
Well, it depends on how you define a mistake.
You decided to willingly associate yourself with me. By the way, guys, the way you make thermite. If I'm gonna get canceled, I'm gonna get canceled for something good. Something funny.
Well, that's how it do be sometimes, I guess.
These motherfuckers thought they can go up to a space marine, try to fist fight him when he has a heavy bolter. That was their first mistake.
The second, wouldn't their first mistake be existing?
No, their first mistake was becoming heretics.
Well, I had no plans after that Capcom stream ended, so I'm just probably gonna end stream. Goodbye. I'll be posting the stream schedule, probably sometime later after the stream.